What if I were to tell you that within a few blocks of Penn Station, there's a genuine, fully Cantonese restaurant that serves all your favorites? Well, there is. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. Today, we're headed to Chelsea, a neighborhood with several Chinese restaurants, but only one true Cantonese restaurant. I'm visiting Hey Yuet, a restaurant that has been around since 2021. Once you step inside this restaurant, you're surrounded by Hong Kong nostalgia and even better food. Today I'm going to show you what it's like inside, and by the end of the video, I'll highlight my star of the show. So come on in and join me. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today I'm coming to you from Chelsea in Manhattan. Now, I've been to this neighborhood before with another review, but I wanted to come back because I found a Cantonese restaurant that has been here for about 4 years. It opened in November of 2021, and this place proclaims to have genuine Cantonese cuisine. In fact, I think this is the only dedicated Cantonese restaurant in the neighborhood. Today, what I want to do is that I want to give some of their basic dishes a try. Not the fancy dishes, but their basic dishes a try, and show you what they're like. As usual, I will order a bunch of dishes, and at the end of my video, I will show you my star of the show. But first, let's take a look at the menu. Now it's time to take a look at the Hey Yuet menu, and it starts off with dim sum. I was told that this dim sum menu is effective the entire day. It used to be part of the day, but now it's 7 days a week and the entire time that it's open. So as you can see, there are different sizes that are associated with the dishes, and they have different prices. The cheapest one being $2.75 and the most expensive being $10.95. And then here are all your dim sums, and they'll tell you here what sizes they are right on the side. Moving on to the next page, we have the menu, and this is the start of the menu. Here's their small plates. You have the scallion pancakes, you have stuff like cucumber salad. These are all at reasonable prices, about $11 and under. Next we have some more small plates. These appear to be, actually these are not small plates. This is the beef section. So next we have the beef section, and these are all the beef dishes, and they all vary in prices. I would say between $20 and $35. Next we have some poultry dishes. We have some casserole dishes. Next we have lobster dishes, and these are all special prices. Here's the seafood. Here's some more seafood. These are a little more expensive, most between $20 and $30. And here are the tofu dishes. And here are the noodle dishes. And these are the dishes that include your fried noodles and also your fried rice. Here's some more rice noodle dishes. And they do have roast meats, as you can see over here. And they're all on rice. And finally, you have some congee. And at the very end of the menu here, you have your desserts and your beverages. Before I start my meal, I would like to comment about the dishes. I love this rooster motif that's on their plate. It's pretty unique, and I like it. I ordered the shrimp rice roll, and the shrimp rice roll, from what I can see here, once again, it's about a 3-inch long shrimp rice roll, and there are 2 shrimps on the inside, as you can see, one big one here, one big one here, and they give you 3 rolls, 1, 2, and 3. It also comes with the sweet soy sauce. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at this and also take a taste of this and let you know what the quality is. Okay, the first dish I'm going to try, I'm really excited, is the shrimp rice roll. I want to try the dim sum first. I'm only going to try the rice roll because that's a dish that I can use to gauge the quality of their dim sum. I'm only going to try 2 dim sums. So here's the shrimp rice roll, and let's give it a try. Okay, the noodle, the wrapping is really good. It's very slippery, and it has that nice oil on the top that keeps it from sticking together. What I also tasted in the shrimp is a very nice amount of snap. It's a medium-sized shrimp. I would say large to medium, seasoned perfectly. Right amount of salt. The soy sauce is sweet, not too sweet, but it all goes together very well. I like the flavor of this. The number one aspect of this dish that I really like is the actual noodle, the wrapping, because that noodle is so thin and delicate and slippery. So delicate. All three aspects of this shrimp rice roll is excellent. The snap of the shrimp and the seasoning and the slipperiness of the rice roll. Excellent dish. The next dish I ordered is the chow fan, which is the beef rice roll. Now this beef rice roll looks really nice. It's nice and shiny. I like that oily color to it, the oily sheen to it. There's some soy sauce here that's pre-poured, and there are 3 pieces, 1, 2, and 3. And from what I can see, it's about 3 inches long. There's also some beef in here, and from what I can see here, it looks like it's a highly minced beef, but I won't be able to really tell until I eat that. So yeah, everything looks really nice here. It has the right look. The next dish I'm going to try is the beef rice roll, and this is what it looks like. It's about 3 inches long. I'm really curious about the quality of the beef and how they do it. So let's try this. Okay, do you see that? This is interesting. When I bite into the beef, it's a very fine mince, so it's very minced. Not only that, I taste some water chestnuts in there, so there's a little bit of a crunch. As with the shrimp rice roll, the noodle is excellent. It has that oily sheen, nice slippery texture. Really nice. What I can say is that this is a very traditional Hong Kong style rice roll, as evidenced by that nice fine mince. The seasoning is perfect. It's nice, subtle, Cantonese style dim sum. Excellent. We ordered the XO sauce beef chow fan. Now this particular beef chow fan looks like your standard beef chow fan. From left to right, it looks like it's about 7 to 8 inches wide for the plate. And let's dig deep. Okay, that looks like it's about 2 inches to 2.5 inches deep in terms of the amount that you get. The beef chow fan comes with the beef, it comes with the bean sprouts. There's plenty of bean sprouts on top, and the chow fan. Now this is the ho fun noodle, and they're cutting it into 1/2-inch strips. And let's take a look. Now I'm looking at the width of this noodle, and it looks very thin and delicate. It's not the thick ho fun noodles. This looks very thin and delicate. So I'm really anticipating that this is gonna have really good mouthfeel. And let's see what else I can find. There are also some peppers here, and yeah, that's about it. So we're gonna give this a try. One thing that I can tell you immediately, that once again, I do feel and I do smell a very strong sense of wok hei in this dish. So yeah, I can't wait to give it a try. The next dish I'm going to try is the beef chow fan, and this is what it looks like. I got the XO sauce beef chow fan. Surprisingly, there are 3 other types of beef chow fan that you can get here, but I wanted to get the one that was most neutral, and I believe this one is the one with XO sauce. For those of you who don't know, XO sauce is a seafood-based sauce that was invented in Hong Kong or in southern China, not exactly sure. So here goes. Let's try the noodles, which I feel is the most important part of a beef chow fan. This is excellent. When I was introducing to you the dish, I mentioned how thin these noodles are. These are excellent. They're super thin. They're seasoned very well. You can taste that excellent, good quality soy sauce that they use. There's actually a hint of, I believe, black pepper or white pepper in here. I could taste it because I taste it in the back of my palate. There's plenty of bean sprouts in here, which I think gives a nice crunch and nice texture. Next, let's try the beef. Now the beef is cut into nice big slices. That's one. Here's another one. They're about, I would say about 2 inches sliced. And there's plenty of beef. I actually fished around the dish and there was plenty of beef in there. So let's check it out. See what it tastes like. Okay, wow, this is very interesting. If you take a look at the beef, if you bite into it, it's a little pink in the middle. That's very interesting. When I bite into it, it's very, very good quality beef. There's no gristle in it at all. It's been velveted very well, as with every good beef chow fun. The beefy flavor is definitely there. I'm pretty sure that what I'm eating here is flank steak, so it's excellent. One thing that I'm super happy with are the noodles, and also the fact that they don't skimp on the beef. So this is really good. Very happy with this. When you come here, definitely try this. Okay, the next dish I ordered is the double roast meat on rice. Now, this dish is actually huge. It looks like it's 9 inches from left to right. And here's your roast duck and here's your roast pork. So now let's take a look at the roast duck and see what we have. Looks like a back piece, and this one looks like a breast. We have maybe about 4 inches here, 4 inches here. Yeah, there seems to be a good amount of duck here. Now let's take a look at the roast pork. Barbecue roast pork looks really good. Actually, as I said in previous videos, whenever roast pork has this pinkish color, it tends to be really good. You can already see here that there are some pieces of fat here, so it's a well-marbled roast pork. So in terms of roast pork, let's see how much they give us. It looks like they give us about 5 inches cut in side slices, so it's not a bad amount. For this dish, I believe it's about $14 to $15, so I'm sure this is going to be plenty of food for anyone who orders this. The next dish I'm going to try is the 2 meat combination dish. Now basically these are the 2 roast meats that are over rice. Here's the roast pork, barbecued roast pork, and here's the roast duck. I felt that they gave an adequate amount of both. So let's try the barbecued roast pork. I'm gonna try this one. Okay, I like it. I really like it because that barbecued roast pork has a lot of that bean paste that they use to make the sauce. So it's nice and strong. I really enjoy barbecued roast porks that accentuate that flavor. It's nice and sweet too, not too sweet. Not only that, it's not laden in sauces. I forgot to tell you that the plate of rice had a little pool of soy sauce on the bottom, so I believe they poured some soy sauce over the top of the meats before they served the plate. I just didn't see it. Yeah, so this isn't bad. Here's some more of the roast pork. Yeah, what I like is that this one is adequately fatted, so it's nice and marbled. This is very high quality roast pork, done right and well seasoned. Okay, the next item that I'm going to try is the roast duck, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to try the breast piece first. As you can see, this particular piece has a nice lacquered skin. Not the best lacquer, but it's still lacquered. So let's try this. Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for a restaurant that is not a roast duck specialist. It definitely has all that 5-spice soaked into the breast meat. The roast duck is well cooked, well done. The skin, not particularly crispy. I would say it's definitely serviceable. The skin could be a little more lacquered and shiny, but it's okay. But the flavor is definitely there. It tastes like a Chinatown roast duck. This is understandable because, you know, we're not in Chinatown where they're serving hundreds of it every night, but this is a pretty good roast duck for being in Chelsea. So let's try the duck back. Okay, the duck back has more fat, which makes it extra juicy. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. I always give extra points for restaurants that serve roast pork and roast duck in Midtown because it's hard to keep up that quality, that Chinatown quality when you're here. This is pretty good. And not only that, as I had mentioned earlier before, I believe this dish is maybe $14 to $15. So you get plenty of food here. And that one plate could be your lunch. This is pretty good. I ordered the crispy fried rice, and this particular dish is very interesting because they put some crispy rice into this fried rice. As you can see the little bright white pieces of rice, like right here, and that will provide a crunch to this rice. You also have some bits over here. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like it might be some scallop, but I'm not sure. I would have to try that first. Next, I was told that there is some pork in this rice. So this particular rice I ordered because it's considered one of their signature fried rice dishes of this restaurant, which is unique to this restaurant. And yeah, this particular plate from left to right, I would say is about 7.5 inches. In terms of deepness, I would say probably 2.5 to 3 inches deep. We're gonna give this a try and see what this tastes like. The next dish I'm going to try is the crispy fried rice. And from what I understand, this is a signature dish of Hey Yuet. Let's give this a try. Okay. I immediately taste the crunch of the rice. I think it's been sitting a little while. The crunch isn't like a super crunchy. It's almost like a crunch that is starting to lose its crunchiness. Maybe it's because I took a while before I started shooting this segment, so my apologies. The flavor is very interesting. It has this flavor that's not quite seafood. Almost tastes like a oyster sauce that's been put in here that has a different flavor. It's not like what you would normally have in a Hong Kong style oyster sauce. It smells actually, I don't know, it's somewhere in between an oyster sauce and something sweeter. I can't really put my thumb on that, but the rice is fine. I would say that the rice is just regular long grain rice. I don't think it is Thai rice, jasmine rice. It's just regular long grain rice. I do see bits of egg in here. Let me see if I can get some other flavors out of this rice. I took another spoonful of it, and this time with some of that hairy stuff I saw on top of the rice. See what that is. Okay, tell you the truth, I don't know what it is, but my guess is that it's probably pork floss. So yeah, if you like pork floss, they sprinkle it over the top. So I would say that this rice, texture-wise, is okay, but not the greatest. It could be a little more chewy. It's a little dry. This dish is it's just okay in my book. For dessert, I had this coconut pudding. Okay, let's give this coconut pudding a try. Okay, here it is. It's nice and white. Let's see. You know, when you go to dim sum restaurants, you have something called yejeopgo, which is the coconut pudding, and it's usually in squares. This one is cut up like a little bunny, so it's pretty cute. But the interesting thing is that the texture of this is actually not like a jelly. Usually coconut pudding is like a jelly, more like jello, but this one has more of a rough texture. There's actually feels like there are coconut pieces in here. So let's try this one more time. Yeah, I really like this. This is very different from the dim sum versions of this coconut jelly. So this yejeopgo coconut pudding is very different, but there's definitely a strong taste of coconut here. So yeah, I definitely do like it, and I like the difference. And now's the time for your favorite part of the show. Ta-da! The star of the show. And today, the star of the show is actually not one of the dinner items, but the dim sum items. And what did I choose? Well, I chose an excellent, a really, really extra sensory excellent dish, which is the shrimp rice roll. And the reason why I chose the shrimp rice roll is because everything about it is great. I love texture, I love flavor. This has everything. The rice roll skin is so thin and slippery. It has the perfect amount of oil on top to make it nice, and the texture is amazing, basically. And you have two really large shrimp that's in this rice roll, and it's done perfectly well. The seasoning is also perfect. For a large dim sum price, This is really high quality, and I would highly recommend that you would get this, and also the beef rice roll if you come here, but primarily the shrimp rice roll. What a meal. Today I really enjoyed the chong fan, the rice rolls at Hey Yuet. It's really nice that there's a genuine Cantonese restaurant right here on 8th Avenue. Basically, the restaurant is on 26th Street between 7th and 8th Avenue, and it's very nice to have. What I can say about the interior of the restaurant is that the looks of the restaurant looks to focus on nostalgia. There are things in this restaurant that would point back to, let's say, the 1940s to the 1970s of Hong Kong. There are old cameras, there are even old Chinese clothing that's here. It's very interesting. They want that nostalgia factor, and they want you to know that this is a genuine Cantonese establishment. The interesting thing here is that the servers who I dealt with are mainly Mandarin speaking, but that's okay because the food has the more Cantonese. That's the more important thing. I really enjoyed myself here. I would definitely recommend it if you happen to be in Chelsea and you're looking for very good Cantonese food. So yeah, I can highly recommend it. Thanks for joining me today. If you like my reviews, please support this channel by buying me a coffee. Thanks, and I'll see you soon in my next video. The final check after tip is $84.89.